Hi, I'm Jai. Welcome to this channel and this reading. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. I don't know why I want to laugh, but from the 1st to the 15th of September 2020. So if you are Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs in Aries, this well could be for you. If this doesn't resonate, please check out one of the other readings that will be uploaded for the 1st to the 15th. It is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want a more specific in-depth reading, I will be offering personal readings, and like I said, please email me if you would like to be getting a personalised reading. Okay, so let's link in. Now I'm going to be really honest with you. You guys have got Mars in Aries at the moment, and we actually are currently going to have on the 9th of September Mars going into retrograde in Aries. Now, I don't know about you, but to get to this point and actually do this reading was ridiculous, if I'm totally honest with you. The reason being was, every time I sat down to do this reading, it didn't feel like the right time. Nothing felt like the right time. It didn't feel right, okay? So what I want you to do is just be aware of that energy, because it's definitely an energy I'm tapping into. Because it got to today and I was like, I kind of have to do Aries. When is Aries time? And then my guide was like, it's now. So this could be a specific message for someone. You're going to come across a lethargic type of energy, possibly Aries, okay? I'm just going to be real with you. Could be that your body's needing extra sleep, but just be aware of that. Now, to actually sit down and do the reading, the candles were blowing out. I couldn't find the lighter. The lighter wasn't working. This is going to be difficult to find the light this month, okay? I want you to just honour that and just sort of ride the wave. You know, at the end of the day, if you sort of get to the 1st to 15th and you feel like there's a bit of a mini dark night of the soul, or things have been hidden, you're not too sure what to do, you're not sure what direction to take, because this is all the things I was kind of feeling before I did this reading, and I'm like, this is not my energy, is it? And the guys were like, no. So if you're confused about where to go, you're confused about when to do it, it could well be that you're about to have a bit of a breakthrough sort of coming into the next few months, and this may well be your kind of time to rest. That could well be the case. Now, we've got Mars in Aries for another 3 or so months, but there's going to be from the 9th of September to the 14th of November, this is going to be in retrograde, Mars in Aries. So just be aware of that. The other situation usually is I lay all my cards out ready to do readings, and the cards were falling over, everything didn't quite feel right, okay? So just bear in mind that if you're making plans and things aren't quite feeling right, maybe that's how they're meant to feel. Maybe this is you out of your comfort zone for a very specific reason. But let's jump into the cards and see what messages we have here. So I'm going to be using, first of all, which is the deck they wanted me to use first off, the Oracle of the Divine Heart, which is only major arcanas. And the reason I've done this is just based on the guides' sort of references, really. This is what they were kind of asking me to use. So let's just call it a theme of the first couple of weeks of September for you guys. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the overall theme for the first 2 weeks, 1st to 15th of September 2020? What is it that's going to be happening? What's the theme for the first 2 weeks of September for Aries, please, Spirit? Okay. This is you. This is the Fool. This is breaking out and doing something new. You could be debating whether or not to try something new, and the recommendation is do it. Okay, so the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a turn of events. This is divine timing. This is the difference between action and inaction, basically. Let me just tap into this energy though, because there's so much more going on here. 1 minute. This is alchemy. You're being asked to come out of your comfort zone and to move into something that is going to prepare you propulsion. This is preparing you for propulsion into the next stage. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, which is Taurus. So there's, I mean, you've basically pulled Aries and Taurus. So Aries is that kind of very direct, dynamic energy, that kind of pioneering spirit, and Taurus is that, you know, kind of focusing on the longer. It's a bit more of a sort of a focused energy, a bit more. No, that's not what I want to say. It's a bit more of a determined energy, but it's a sustainable one as opposed to a very quick movement. It could be that you're expecting very fast results, and that's not the case. Yeah, patience. There could be patience required here. You could be needing to be a bit more gentler with yourself here as well. Right, let's keep these cards and jump in. I'm going to pull the archetype cards now. Now, don't forget we are in Virgo season, which essentially is earth energy. But let's pull Caroline Mrs. The archetype cards here, because I want to see what else is going on for you guys. And then we've got a new deck as well that we're going to be having a look at. So let's have a look. Which is, for me, kind of, I'm looking forward to using this deck. Okay, so Caroline Miss, what do you have to tell us here about Aries from the 1st to the 15th of September 2020? What is going to be happening for Aries, Aries Sun, Moon, Rising? Interesting. These flipped. Right, interesting. Okay, so we've got the victim in the reverse here. So this is the more shadow element, okay? Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. If you're in a situation that is, you're having the same results over and over and over again, and there's no change, it's asking you to have a look at moving on to something that is going to help you honour this. This is about moving on. This is not sort of keep going over and over again. This is a brand new cycle, brand new start. Okay, so if some of you are still in that energy, it's asking you to have a look at that. We've also got companion in the reverse, because the spirit are also saying, is this out of loneliness? Are you doing this because you are worried about, this is a control thing, you're worried about if you move on, you're not going to have anything, but that's illusion. Companion, betrayal by misusing confidence is loss of personal identity, exactly. This is going to be a personal journey for you to find you. This energy here is the personal journey to find you. This is not a personal journey to find someone else at this moment in time. Certainly from what, now it could be that you've lost your identity a bit because you were so focused on something in a love capacity, and they're asking you for you to re-look, because that's what brings about changes. Wheel of Fortune, that's what brings the results. And it could also be a timing thing, that this, whatever you were focused on, it just isn't the right time, and so you're being asked to focus on you. Betrayal by misusing confidence is loss of personal identity. So have a look at friends possibly as well that are not supportive of your endeavours, or are not respecting your boundaries. That's another thing, your confidences. Just pay attention for anyone who's not aware. Like maybe you're asking them to do something, like please, you know, don't sort of pass this on, don't discuss this, and they're doing it anyway. Draw the line in the sand. Storyteller, shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. So either you've been a victim of this, maybe there's a lot of gossip around this situation, and maybe you're caught in this bit of this karmic trap where because you're in a situation where there's a kind of victim energy here a little bit, where you know, people maybe are discussing you, or there's gossip going on about you possibly, and then you're getting upset because that's happening, but Spirit is saying it's because you're not meant to be in that situation. Move on, and then that will stop. The fact that you're still in it and you're possibly still, maybe this has been going for a while, it could be that you're worried about moving on because you don't want to be alone, or you're worried about moving on because you want friends, but it's not the right energy from where I'm looking. This feels like this is a bit of a lesson of you know, you've got to kind of take this bit more responsibility here, and actually the journey that you'll have when you do move forward and take that kind of leap of faith is going to be much more of a kind of valuable one for you, because it's going to attract energies in that aren't of this vibration. All right, so just bear that one in mind. But that's the energy of Caroline Mrs. Cards, the archetype cards. Bottom of the deck is Angel in the reverse. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. So are you not following signs? Are you not following signs? Because if you're not following signs, that could also be sort of a reference to the fact that you're still in this energy. It could be a job that you're ignoring and you're still in it. It could be a friend group that you're ignoring and you're still, and there's lots of drama possibly. I feel like Spirit are asking you to take a look at this again, because it may be that they're trying to move you into something more positive and you're not getting the hint, possibly. Okay, so now we're going to use the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards, okay? Just because I feel like I want to use them. So, Aries, from the 1st to the 15th of September 2020. What is happening for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs? This one's just jumped out. Uh-oh. What is happening for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? First. I'm getting a song. It's Half a World Away. It's I can't remember the name of it. I think it's sung by Oasis, and it's the theme tune. If you're in the UK, it's the theme tune of the royal family. Yeah, it's called Half the World Away. And this is the lyrics. If you want to have a look, obviously it's a song by Oasis. It says, yeah, we're on. I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty. And I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. And when I leave this island, I'll book myself into a solar asylum because I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here we go. Here I go, sorry. I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind's very old. So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away, half the world away. Half the world away, I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel down. And when I leave this planet, you know I'd stay, but I can't stand it. And I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. And if I could leave this spirit, if I find me a hole, I will still live in it. And I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. This is like loss. It's like so close yet so far. That's a song by Oasis, Half the World Away. So this card flew out. It's heartbroken. Okay, and it says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Now, this could be you and your energy, and it's asking you to then move forward and focus back on you. If this is you know, again, it could be that you've, you know, experienced a lot of gossip or you know, sort of, because either it wasn't quite time or there's something else waiting for you with this Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny and fate though. So let's take a look. Let's see what else is going on for Aries from the 1st to the 15th. 1st to the 15th of September 2020. 1st to the 15th. September. Spirit, if you can show me the card, please, that is most relevant for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Now, my guides seem to be saying, because can you see there's no cards coming out? They're saying you're not to focus on love. You are to focus on you, because this is why it could be that if they're giving this to you too early, this love situation, you're not ready for it. And that there's a distraction here and there's a refocus that needs to happen on you. That's one potential. Here we go, another card. Yeah, look, self-indulgence. And it says focus on, what did I just say? Focus on the self. Self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Right, bottom of the deck, the golden mirror. And it says self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So is someone in and out, in and out, in and out, and then they don't follow through? Or is this a situation here that this person's not quite ready and you're in a mirroring situation here where there's karma still to be resolved, possibly, and because you're not ready, this is what is reflecting back to you, okay? Bottom of the deck is girl talk. Moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. This is the recommendation. This is the recommendation at this point in time, okay? But let's jump to the tarot. Let's see what the tarot has to say. What am I doing for Aries? What tarot you want me to do for Aries, guys? Which one? What are we doing here? Hang on one sec, let me pause this while I'm debating with my guides. Okay, so we're going to use the Witch's Tarot. Let's have a look. The Witch's Tarot. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going to be happening? What's the focus? What's the messages for Aries here? What is it we need to be aware of? So my guides are saying, what's the focus? So I feel like this is what they're asking you to do. It's like changing your focus. All right, change your focus from whatever this I mean, obviously do the healing and do the shadow work. All right, and if you don't know how to do that, message me. We can either do coaching or we can do some self-development stuff. Obviously, just email me for that. But let's have a look. This is past life related. I'm just hearing that. There's a parallel here to past life. There's something about losses in your past life. And if you're struggling with money, there's a bleed through. There's a bleed through with that. The focus has to be on you. That's what they're saying. But let's have a look. Aries, please. Aries, first to fifth. Yeah, look. Fourth of Cups. It could be that you're feeling a bit despondent with pretty much maybe everything. Maybe you're just kind of looking around you going, I'm not really, my soul is not set on fire with this. I'm not really feeling passionate about this. I feel a little bit like lethargic and I haven't really got any oomph. All right. It could be that this is a bit of a checkpoint here where they're asking you, maybe over the previous few months, where there's been a continuation of maybe a certain energy, they're asking you to pull that energy back. They're saying you must, can you see he's a traveller here? This is the first stage of something. Now it could be that you're sat there going, yeah, but it feels like everything's over and things are, this feels like a new chapter. This feels like a new chapter. And obviously the bottom of the deck is the High Priest, which we pulled for the first couple of cards. So this is about higher wisdom. So this is about getting to know yourself, okay? And underneath that card was the World. So it's like you're traveling your own mind and you're traveling your soul here in order to really figure out some things. And it could be that there's certain things that you used to rely on that just maybe aren't making you, setting your world on fire here. Or Four of Cups could also be that this is a perceived rejection. I'm getting childhood. If you feel like you're viewing this as a, oh well, this used to happen to me when I was younger, or there's mirroring going on, have a look at that, because that's a wound that we need to look at. Something about justifying yourself. I feel like there's some concern here about having to justify why you're here or why you're doing what you're doing. Do you have to justify yourself? Because if you're determined with what you're doing, why would you need to justify yourself? Maybe if you're saying, oh, you know, I'm going to, yeah, but I want to go with this love interest and I want to keep doing that, you can, but the focus is on you. And so justifying focus into a love interest that maybe is not ready for you just yet, or maybe is never going to be ready because it's not your person. Spirit are trying to get you to look at this into a different perspective, but that this is like rejection. I feel like you're dealing with rejection here. But is it rejection? Is a connection or a situation that either isn't for you, is that really rejection, or is that a blessing? Because why would you want to waste your time with something, or why would you want to be connected to something that isn't ready yet? Because it's going to cause pain. I mean, look, you've got to remember, whatever the lesson that's needing to be learned here, it's either you learn it yourself or you're learning it with other people doing it. And I feel like maybe if you've gone through a lot, they're trying to give you the easy route. They're trying to help you. From where I'm looking now, I could be, again, you might sit here and go, oh, that's a really messed up way of looking at it, because I'm not a victim, you know. So if you feel like you're in this victim energy, do not underestimate yourself, because I feel like they're giving you this chance here to close out something. Can you see they've got, look, there's a loyal companion here with this dog. Maybe you're not acknowledging that. Maybe there's other loyal energies around you that you're not seeing and you're not noticing. And so can you see 4 of Cups? You're not noticing certain things maybe. So it's like maybe this situation that they pulled you out of or they put on pause is because the mindset isn't there. The perspective isn't quite there yet. Or maybe you need to heal and they need to heal. And it's not time. You know? Aries, please. 1st to 15th of September. 7 of Cups. You choose you. You're choosing yourself. You've got all these other options here. And that could be for family, work, career, friends. Maybe you're just not interested in those options. And so this is why Spirit is saying, well, yeah, the reason we've given you these options, so you choose yourself once and for all. This could be the fact that maybe you're so used to choosing other things apart from yourself. And I don't know why, but there's a rainbow in this one. And we've been talking a lot about the rainbows. This is about you aligning with you, not the old route. Maybe the old route was you jumping into something that was not going to work and then you getting hurt. But this is the focus on the self. All right. Could be that you've attracted narcissists in. Maybe you're an empath, and that's why they're trying to get you to develop this, because your empathic abilities are blocked and are coming in a little bit of an imbalanced manner, which is why you're attracting imbalance, you know, possibly. Again, like attracts like, and this, you know, it's not to say that you're a massively unbalanced person. Ace of Wands. This is about the design of life. Ace of Wands is can you see we've got a butterfly here and we've got a wand that's in fact. Do you remember we were channeling about that kind of sunrise energy? The sunrise. There's a mountain here, and below, can you see below there's an empire, there's a kingdom, and there's a wand that's been pushed into the earth. This is you know, usually when you climb a mountain and you pitch something at the top, it's a conquered energy. So either you're conquering this, and this is something you're learning, or it's designed to help you do that. So it's like they're trying to get you to wrap up. Now again, you might sit there and go, yeah, but that's all I've done. That's all I've done is focus on me. Why do they keep doing this? Because there's more to come. It's like they're not going to give you something when you're not ready. They're not going to give it to you. And if in case you haven't seen, there's a whole situation here where the whole world was paused. And it's not because you're trying to be punished, again, it's because there's a lack of awareness. And it's not just you, or, you know, can be elements of you, and it's not just me, it's everything. It's like if you're looking for something and then you're going a million miles an hour because you've got 16 different appointments to get to. Are you going to find it? Likeliness is you're going to overlook it because you're running too fast, you're moving too fast. This is to bring back to the present. Mindful energy. Because when we're in that mindful energy, There's a difference in how we're viewing things. This is about unlocking things here that haven't yet been open to us. And it's not, if we're being reined back in, it's not because we're being punished, it's because we're missing something, usually ourselves. All right, but this is to help us conquer that and to start afresh. This is a new energy, Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups. So moving away from things that don't, you know, that aren't for us. Okay, so Aries, 1st to 15th, please, of Ace of Swords in the reverse. Coming to terms with our own truth. Turns the wheel. To understand and see the clarity of the situation turns the wheel. You're not seeing something. You're reliant on, there's gifts here that you probably have that you're not seeing in yourself, and so they don't want to bring too many energies in until you're acknowledging that. You're not honouring your own emotions. Queen of Cups, upright. The boundaries are getting, there's way too many boundaries that are open here. You're not conquering. Again, it's that, oh well, I'll just help them out with this, and I'll just let them. You need to focus on the self. This is the same messages. This is strong empathic abilities that are being possibly taken advantage of here. This is, whatever this love situation is, this needs to be where it's like the kind of two paths are separated, all right? Now, whether or not it comes back together is just obviously based on whether or not you're meant to be. But this feels like time to go within. You must go and have a look at... It's interesting because I've just heard your own hidden enemy. Are you pushing people away? What's going on here? Are you pushing people away here? Because I need to pull the wisdom of the House of Night, because these cards flew out when I was trying to lay all my cards out. And so I feel like there's a message here. What is the situation for Aries from the 1st to the 15th of September 2020, Spirit? What is the deal here? Your own hidden enemy, I keep hearing it. What is your own hidden enemy? It's like this is possible self-sabotage. You don't know what to do about something. It's like you're pushing people away. Wow. This is the second time we've had Cups energy. So we've got the Queen of Cups here, and then we've got the High Priestess of Water here. What are you not acknowledging in your own feelings? It's like, are you just moving on hoping that someone else is going to acknowledge your feelings? Because this is the kind of energy I'm getting. And then we've got meditation here. You're not, I feel like if you're not already meditating, can you have a look into that, please? I'm just going to have a look at the cards energy. So I'm going to pause the video while I'm sort of reviewing this. I don't want to sort of spend 5 minutes looking at the cards. So this is immediately what's jumping out. It's like you're putting up with situations because you don't want to lose someone or something. But you're losing yourself in order to hold on to it. That's how I'm seeing it. And so Spirit are going, okay, well, this is not what we had in mind here. Let's detach these two people because they're not learning. They're not learning. But this is, again, can you see meditation? Sorry, by the way, can you just excuse my really awful nails? I broke my nail, and so I had to cut all of my nails down here. And as you can see, we've got stubs going at the moment. So as you can see, my hands look not how they usually look. Not that I think it's because I'm seeing these hands in these cards. I'm like, oh no. Separation is an illusion. If this is your person, it's an illusion, but they're trying to get you to focus on the right things so that you can at some point, if this is your person, and again, this is not going to be for everyone in this pile, but for the message, for the people that need to hear it, this is about you acknowledging your own feelings and your own gifts. Because you're not, and then you're wondering why things aren't working out. It's because you're not acknowledging things. It could be that you're very highly gifted and you're putting all your eggs in one basket. You're focusing totally on this love connection, and then you're at the expense of all our other things. And so Spirit are asking you to pull that back, because it's not going to help you. It's just deterring the whole. You know what I mean? It's that's not the idea of put it this way. When they put you two in union. That's not the idea of what they were trying to aim for you guys to be totally kind of self-sacrificing. Let's have a look. Aries, what's happening? 1st to 15th. 1st to 15th days of... I'm just getting tears. I'm getting... The full moon on the 2nd, which is Pisces full moon, is going to be a very cleansing moon for you guys because it's in your 12th house. All right, and bridge the gap. There's too much. Do you remember, if you've been watching my lives, I'm talking about parallel timelines here, where you've stepped towards your future timeline, so that you're not in your past timeline that is kind of too far away from where you need to be, but there's still a gap, and that you're both trying to bridge this gap, either within your own destiny, within your own soul mission, or with another person. But there's something about, again, it's like this 10 degrees of separation, 5 degrees of separation. It's like you're feeling like this is a massive loss because of the fact that, you know, it's not as you expected it to look. But it's not meant to, because you're not doing, you know, the healing has to take place, basically. Let's have a look. Okay, Aries, please. 1st to the 15th. Of September. Look at this, is Sandalphon's evolutionary energy. Sandalphon is the earth grid, okay? And I don't know why, but there's something here about land. Either you don't want to move, you're very set in a certain country, or maybe this connection is asking you to look at another country. But there's a rigidity here that's being asking to be looked at again. I'm hearing detached from the ties. The Pisces full moon, I think, is going to release some of that. And again, just be aware if you're purging a lot of emotions around the 2nd, it could be why. But this is to get, in fact, I know what this is. Let me just trace along this energy. I know what this is. This is what I saw in my meditation earlier. 1 minute. This is you conquering yourselves. This is about you conquering yourself. There's something here, past life wise, that's being brought up in this whole energy at the moment. From the kind of last couple of months, as per the live that I mentioned, there's like these bookends here with the last 3 months specifically, where things weren't quite right. And this moon for Pisces, it's closing out a whole cycle because it is the last sign, moving into Aries, which is the first sign. You're conquering the self. This is you conquering the self. There's a very old pattern here that it's gonna, and don't get me wrong, this is not going to be easy, because this is a very old pattern that you're dealing with, and you're being probably pulled in 2 different directions, and or this is probably emotionally fairly difficult for you to acknowledge. But if you master it, there's a conquering of self that you're going to be engaged in, that's going to help you move into this next level of alignment. This is what this is all about. So what to do practically? Anything that you feel is affecting confidence or willpower, deal with it. I apologise for the very blunt way I've said that, and my Mars and my Mercury is in Aries. My guides are laughing as well, so apologies. I'll be honest with you, it's only because this is how my guides talk to me, and I'm used to it. So when I say it, sometimes everyone's like, "That's a bit harsh." It is, but rest assured, this is how my guides talk to me, and I've learnt to understand why. Because there's a discipline here that's being mastered, and it's focus. It's don't scatter your energy. This is about pulling this energy in and focusing on the one element. Okay, you, mastery of the self, and that's a huge topic right there. But you know, all this gossip, people may be telling you about, oh, you know, you can't do this. Well, okay, great. Tell you what, you stay over in this lane, I'll be in my lane. Never the twain shall meet. Victim in the reverse. Don't view this as a, oh, you know, why do I never get what I want? Because it's not for you, or it's not yet for you, because you're not in the alignment of that. And this companionship, don't align yourself with certain things that are not ready for you, because it will just lead you off track. I'm getting a heavy focus on work for you guys. These cards jumped out, so I'm going to use these. Something about work. It could be that you're going to start focusing more on your work and your career because of the fact that you're aligning more in that area, because you know it serves you. Could be even a business that you're looking at starting. Could be even a business. I don't know why, but I'm seeing packages being mailed out. Maybe you're debating whether to sort of do a home business or something where you're making things, but I'm seeing packages being mailed out. Let's have a look. That's a very specific message, I think, though. Yeah, and I'll be really honest with you, this could then lead you back into where you need to go, which is this, again, back into this connection. Can you see there's a cage which is open, there's a heart and a lock? This could be what leads you into this next phase, because the bottom of the deck is man holding a heart. So it could be that this is the respite to get you into where you need to go, possibly. You know, it could be a little gap. Yeah. Magician in the mirror. This is an acknowledgement of self. Can you see the blue ray here and the orange ray? Now, if you haven't already seen my love reading for the 1st to the 15th, then have a look at that. It's called the blue ray. This is an alchemy. Remember what we said at the beginning, an alchemy. And as you can see here, this is the orange ray here that Sandalphon has, which is evolution, and the magician's holding the blue ray. Until you are honouring your own orange ray, which is the feminine or the masculine, whichever you're identifying as, in terms of your own path, your own singular mission, the alignment with the blue flame, or, you know, whatever they identify as, is going to be harder. We need to bridge the gap. Remember, we saw the bridge. This is to get you into the next phase, to align. So this 1st to 15th is going to be all about that alignment. Understanding the alignment, what to do for the self. Okay, now if you don't know how to do that, message me, we can look at personalized reading. Let's have a look. This is the Divine Doors Oracle cards. Okay, so Aries, please, 1st to 15th. Yep. What did I say about that full moon? The moon, there's a gateway there with the moon. Okay, watch out what I've just said for around the 2nd of September. Check your location. It could differ based on where you're based. Okay, so it's 2nd of September in the UK. Draw down the moon, the forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs, find us in the wild, good night. So there's something you're closing out. Could be you could be purging. And then we've got these other doors here that look very, very, I don't know why, but I want to say Marrakesh or Morocco. Could be that you've got links either in a past life or this life. Destiny, one door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So again, you're closing out some kind of healing pattern or cycle to master this orange flame, all right? That's going to be very prevalent for you, but it's going to be around the 2nd of September that you're going to be looking at that and understanding that. And let's have a look. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Okay, so final messages please for Aries. 1st to the 15th of September 2020. Aries, please, final messages. What's happening? What's the focus? What's going on, please? Oh, wow. Interesting. Relax. I don't think I've ever had this card. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Wow. This is source energy. This is mindfulness. This is staying in the present moment, pulling that energy back and really focusing within. Because look, can you see? It's like she's in this. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. I need to read from the book. That's what I want to say here with this card. Number 26, which is an 8, which is infinity. Interesting. Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to follow yourself. Sorry, you are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the big cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second-guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild, electric pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw, awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution. Again, that's the second time we've heard that word. Where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle and right timing. You are a part of, not apart from the process. The invitation of shifting gears and jumping on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you're not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing, she knows life and death, and she knows the creative process. She just knows and can be supported to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our own cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you're writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means Speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it's not enough or be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you, and your passions and dreams will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed, according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this within ourselves and within nature itself through the flow of life and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It is your time to leap. This is the leap of faith. This is that same energy of the fall. This is the same energy of the fall. Jump, will catch you. This is what Spirit's saying. Jump, will catch you. Okay guys, this was your reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and on Venus signs. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. We go live on Twitch on Saturday nights, link in the description box below. To be in for a chance of winning our competition, to win this Tarot Nefertiti deck and a 30-minute free reading with me, please ensure that you are subscribed to this channel and you're liking and commenting on at least one video that isn't alive, to be in for a chance of winning when we hit 1,000 subscribers. You could be in it to win it, but it will be winners picked at random. Okay guys, this is your reading. Have a wonderful month wherever you are. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time. Bye bye.